Yo, what is up everyone? It's your least favorite YouTuber back again with another video, and today I'm gonna be reviewing Sonic Mother Effing Free. So yeah, I'm gonna be reviewing Sonic Free. You can leave now. Nah, just kidding. Anyways, I'm going over the story, the characters, the action scenes, and of course I'm gonna talk about the post-credit scenes. Because yeah, this movie has two post-credit scenes, which I didn't know of when I was watching the movie. I only saw one post-credit scene, and then later on I saw on the internet that this movie actually had two post-credit scenes. So yeah, that's actually it. And then at the end of the video, I'm gonna give you guys my final verdict about what I thought about the movie, do I recommend it. And with that being said, let's get started. But before we start, you guys know the drill. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends, to join Salty's channel on YouTube, or to make them watch your least favorite YouTuber. Now with that being said, let's get started. So the story of Sonic 3 is actually adapted in the Sonic game called Sonic Adventure 2. A game which I haven't played, but I do have some knowledge of it, so I think I can compare it. I can compare it a bit, even though I haven't played it yet.
You need to leave!
Oh, whoa, calm down, it's not my fault, come on, man. But anyways, let's get on with the story, and let's see how Sonic 3 has adapted the story of Sonic Adventure 2. I cannot explain the story of Adventure 2 to you incredibly well, leave it to other YouTubers, but I'm gonna summarize the plot of this movie. So, in Sonic 3, Team Sonic, consisting of Sonic, of course, Tails and Knuckles, are facing off against a new threat in the form of Shadow the Hedgehog, aka the Ultimate Life Form, the Ultimate Badass. Actually, it's only the Ultimate Life Form, guys, not the Ultimate Badass. I just threw that on top of it. And joining him is also Ivor Robotnik. And they want to create a weapon that can take out the organization Gun, because they were responsible for killing Maria, Shadow's best friend, and the only one that saw him as a friend, at least, or at least treated them as a friend, and Ivor Robotnik's granddaughter. So they want to take revenge by creating a weapon to destroy Gun. But in the process, if they create this weapon and fire it at the Gun organization, they will kill millions of innocent people. But yet Dr. Ivor Robotnik doesn't really care about that. And Shadow, he wants to take revenge for Maria, and now Team Sonic has to stop them, together with the help of Tom and Maddie, the human characters, aka their parents, because they're technically their parents. And this story is really good, and I also like how they made how they also made the weapon, and also following at the end is also a great fight between Super Sonic and Super Shadow. Yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to point it out. There's going to be a great fight between Super Sonic and Super Shadow. And when Shadow eventually gets a pep talk from Sonic, telling him that this isn't right, that he shouldn't be doing this, that he shouldn't be activating this weapon and killing millions of people, and that she wouldn't have wanted this, Shadow realizes that he's wrong. And then they do something amazing. They just have a great action scene, what I'm gonna talk about later, and they're gonna try to stop the weapon. Oh, and also Dr. Eggman is also back, so don't worry, he didn't die in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, he's actually back, and don't worry, I'm gonna talk about him later in the character section. But anyways, that is actually it for the plot. Actually, I hope I summarized it well enough. And yeah, from what I've seen from Sonic Adventure 2, it has really adapted it, yeah, pretty good, but also added its own flavor to it. So yeah, that's it for the story. The story is really good. The pacing, I think the pacing was actually pretty well, and there was also some reference in the movie that really made me chuckle. I mean, as a Sonic fan, listen, if you've been playing Sonic games for a long time, then you can spot those references. But anyways, let's move on to the characters. Now let's move on to Sonic. Sonic is just amazing in the movie. I again dislike Sonic. Movie Sonic is different compared to game Sonic, but I still like him, and I also like that he had some scenes that when he has to be serious, he is serious, but mostly he's just goofing around. And I also like the scenes where he's just running and just trying to talk to Shadow. I really like the banter that he has with Shadow, that he just keeps talking and talking and talking, and Shadow just gets annoyed by him and thinks, dude, can you please shut the hell up? So yeah, Sonic is amazing. I really also like his dynamic with Tails and Knuckles. Because definitely in this version they feel like brothers. I think that maybe in the games it was mostly, you know, Sonic and Tails felt like brothers, you know. Sonic was a big brother, Tails was a little brother, of course. And Knuckles was more like the rival. He was more like the Piccolo to Sonic's Goku. Sorry, I had to throw in a Dragon Ball reference again. Don't worry, this isn't gonna be the only Dragon Ball reference I'm gonna make. But yeah, Sonic is great. The voice actor does a great job too. And now let's move on to Tails. Tails is also, he's actually pretty good in this movie. Sure, he doesn't have the same spotlight that he had in Sonic 2. Well, actually, well, that's actually debatable. I mean, I still thought he was good. There was also a scene where they had to infiltrate the gun headquarters, and the Sonic wasn't gonna make it because there was a force field surrounding it. And if he got hit by the force field, well, Sonic would have died. But then Tails came in clutch and just saved this man and made sure he made it into the gun facility. So that's pretty much a good scene of your Tails. Now let's move on to Knuckles. Knuckles is really amazing. I love Knuckles in these movies. I really like how he he's not adjusted to Earth yet and all that. And when Shadow appears, Sonic just outright says, "Yeah, I don't want to fight you." And then Knuckles says, "Well, actually, I do want to fight him." And then immediately proceeds to get his cheeks clapped, which is pretty funny. And he also starts to take a jab at Sonic and says, "He's much more impressive than the Hedgehog I fought previously." And he's saying that while he's standing next to Sonic. Jeez, Knuckles really honest to a fault. And it kind of hurt Sonic, I think. But anyway, still, Knuckles is pretty amazing. And he also has a serious scene. You know what, actually, let me just talk about this. Something in this movie happens which makes sure that Sonic gets pretty pissed off. And then he asks for the Master Emerald, which makes him turn into Super Sonic. But Knuckles doesn't want to give it to Sonic and immediately goes into a bit of a fight with him. Or at least they're not really fighting, they're only fighting with words. He's saying you cannot have the Master Emerald, especially with you being that enraged. And Sonic just keeps telling him that he needs this power, that it's the only way to stop him, to stop Shadow and Dr. Ivor Robotnik. And I also like that Tails is pretty much trying to stop them from fighting, or at least from going into a fight. And instead of Knuckles, you know, punching Sonic or something like that, or just wanting to fight him, he just says, "You know what, you can have the Master Emerald." Well, not as exactly as how I say it, but he just gives him the Master Emerald. So yeah, that was actually a pretty rare scene for Knuckles, because mostly he's the one who wants to smoke. He wants to square up, but this time he just said, "No, not this time." And I thought that was a really mature scene for Knuckles. So yeah, definitely great. Idris Elba does a great job with his voice. Tom and Maddie are also great characters. I really like. Actually, I think one of the cons of the Sonic 2 movie was that the human side plot, or at least the wedding plot, took up a bit of portion of the story and kind of dragged it down. But here they are literally involved in the story, and I really like how they are here. They really are the parents of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. And let me tell you something. I'm just gonna say it outright. While they were infiltrating the gun facility, Tom was actually disguised as the director of gun. I think his name was Mr. Walters. I can't believe I almost forgot it. His name was Mr. Walters. But they had devices so they can disguise themselves as anyone else. So while Tom was disguised as Dr. Walters, he encountered Shadow, and Shadow thought it was that Mr. Walters guy, and then proceeded to punch him. And actually, at that point, but he was actually glad that he did it. But then he saw it was Tom, and he thought, "Wait, what the hell?" And then when Tom was lying on the ground, motionless, Sonic arrived. And when Shadow saw that, he kind of got flashbacks to when Maria died, and he kind of felt sorry for Sonic. But after that, Sonic was just pissed off, and that's actually the reason why he wanted the Master Emerald. He was going after Shadow, but it was kind of a dark scene. I really thought Tom was gonna die, but don't worry, Tom's alright. He is fine. Luckily, he survived. But still, the impact that it would have made if Tom died, because he didn't even move. He even went to the hospital. It was a really stressful scene, because he didn't know if he was gonna survive or not, because he took a full-on punch from Shadow. So yeah, that's actually it. They're great characters. Now, let's talk about the ultimate life form freaking self, Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow is amazing. He's cool. He's badass in this movie. I really like Keanu Reeves, how he did the voice. His voice sounds amazing on Shadow. I couldn't believe it. And the action scenes that he has and the dialogue that he has is just amazing. and he even rides a motorcycle in this movie, a freaking motorcycle, and he has a gun. Don't worry, it's a laser gun, but it's still a gun, and the way he just has a gun, oh my sweet God, I cannot believe how much I'm gonna glaze him. Call me Daniel LaRusso because I'm about to glaze. He was straight up aura farming during this movie. The way he was walking, the way he was moving, dude, how does he move? No, but seriously, I just could not, I can't, man, I cannot stop glazing him. He was spectacular. He was just spectacular, and his character, his backstory was amazingly shown. I really like how he also got to see his relationship with Maria, and it also makes you understand that, yeah, he's kind of like a tragic anti-hero. He isn't a villain. He more like comes over as an anti-hero, and he's also a bit of a contrast to, you know, Sonic. There's always been a Finch. Sonic and Shadow are basically contrasts to each other. Sonic is basically Shadow if he had a happy life, and Shadow is Sonic if he had a pretty depressing life and at least lost someone important to him and never found a family anymore. So yeah, I really like how this movie shows it. But anyways, that was me just glazing Shadow and this amazing performance. I really love him. And when he went Super Shadow, wow, he looked gorgeous out there. Dude, he looked gorgeous. He was doing some crazy shit, and he was aura farming. And dude, he had a lot of aura. Shadow already has a lot of auras in the game, but damn. Holy shit. I can't believe how much I just glazed him. But yeah, we're glazing on this channel, okay? Glazing is allowed on this channel, as long as you do it right. But anyways, let's move on to Dr. Eggman and Dr. Ivor Robotnik. Both played by Jim Carrey, and let's just say, both of them are amazing. Both of them are the comedic parts of this movie. I love Dr. Eggman, and I also like that he's fat now, he's more accurate to the games. And I like his banter with Dr. Stone, how he kind of treats him like shit at first, but then in the end he just says, yeah, you were my loyal butt licker? Was it butt licker? Or? I don't know what he said anymore, but it was something like that. You went from a butt licker to a loyal butt licker, or at least to a friend licker or something. I don't know, they probably sounded gay as hell, but whatever. But anyway, that was pretty funny scene, honestly. And Dr. Ivor Robotnik is also pretty funny, and I kind of understand his motivation, but at the same time he's going a bit too far because he sees humanity as a mistake because they killed Maria, and to him Maria was really precious to him. But yeah, at the same time he's going a bit too far because I mean exterminating humanity, I mean exterminating an organization. Okay, I mean that's kind of justified after what I've done with you. I mean, they literally killed your granddaughter, even though, yeah, I mean, they actually killed their granddaughter because even though one of them was really about to shoot them, he was really about to shoot them, and then one of the agents came between them and wanted to redirect the shot to somewhere else, and then it hit a container containing Shadow's energy, and it went up creating an explosion. And that actually made sure that Maria died. So yeah, he actually has a valid motivation, but still he's going a bit too far. And also they locked him up, so at least, I don't know for how long they locked him up, but it was a pretty long time. And also Shadow was frozen for 50 years, so it's probably something like that. Holy shit, how old was the guy again? But anyways, he does have valid motivation, and also like a great scene where Dr. Ivor Robotnik and Dr. Eggman meet each other, and they say, we're the same act. We're playing two characters, but we're the same actors in a movie. I probably said it wrong, but still, it's something like that. They just broke the fourth wall and they actually looked into the audience. That was the funniest part. I can't believe that they actually said that. And that's chuckled at it. And actually, I was actually eating popcorn, and when they said it, I thought, did they really just do that? and actually. So maybe people would see it as an unnecessary joke, but honestly, it was funny, okay? As long as the joke is funny, it is necessary. But anyways, that was it for the characters. The characters are amazing. Now let's go over the fight scenes. The fight scenes are amazing. When Shadow appears, the fighting starts. He starts clapping the cheeks of Team Sonic, as I said when I was explaining the character of Knuckles. And eventually, Sonic does get up, and Shadow gets on a motorcycle, and then they start to chase, and then Sonic starts to chase Shadow on a motorcycle with a gun, and damn, that scene was amazing. Sonic was moving incredibly fast, Shadow was driving incredibly fast, and man, he even did Akira slide. The Akira slide, oh man, how much aura did he actually want in this movie? And yeah, I'm blazing Shadow again. But anyway, that was a really great action scene. And also the Super Sonic versus Super Shadow fight. Ah, damn, I thought I was watching Dragon Ball Z out there. This man literally blocked a punch from Super Sonic. There was a scene where he blocked a punch from Super Sonic, but he blocked it like this. And didn't even look at him. How? Dude, this really made me want to do that. I really want to try that shit out, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm only gonna do it if I really feel confident, okay? If I ever am in a fight, I'm gonna do this if I ever feel confident. If I ever feel confident enough, but I'm probably not ever gonna do it because then I'm gonna get my cheeks clapped. But still, it was so amazing to see. This guy just fought with Dragon Ball Z out there, and they started boxing. And the boxing was just amazing. And then after they eventually have their conversation with each other, and then Shadow understands the errors of his way, they eventually start to dab each other up into Super Sonic and Super Shadow, and damn, they worked together and they took out some Eggman drones, and damn, it was amazing. Not only that, they actually did the pose. And at the end of the fight, they actually posed. While there was explosion in the background, they posed up like the Sonic Adventure 2 cover, and damn, it was amazing. When I saw them, I thought, wait, what? No way! They actually referenced that pose. It really made me go crazy. Sure, if you don't know, or at least haven't played the Sonic games, or aren't that into Sonic, you won't catch a reference, but I thought, no, they put it in that pose. Now, that actually made me want to hit the pose with one of my friends, at least. Hey, if one of my friends is watching this, can we hit the pose, please? Nah, but that was actually an amazing scene. So yeah, that's actually it for the fight scene. The fight scenes are really amazing. I really do like the action scenes in it. And yeah, that was actually it for the action scenes. It almost felt like Dragon Ball Z. It's probably the closest thing we're gonna get to live action Dragon Ball Z. And the craziest thing is, Sonic took a lot of inspiration from Dragon Ball. And that's not even me just referencing Dragon Ball for no single reason. It is actually true. But anyways, let's move on to the post-credit scene. So as I explained, this movie has two post-credit scenes. One is actually where Sonic was actually racing with Knuckles and Tails, but eventually got lost somewhere, and then someone appeared. Someone familiar. Okay, it's Metal Sonic. Yeah, Metal Sonic is in this movie, but it's not just one Metal Sonic, it is multiple Metal Sonics. And not only that, we also see the first appearance of Amy Rose. And this actually sets up Sonic 4, which could involve Metal Sonic, because she takes care of the Metal Sonics. But I don't think any of them were the real Metal Sonic. And I mean, it would have been weird if all of them were the real Metal Sonics, because Metal Sonic's pretty much just one character, actually. Sure, he has clones, but they're actually basically canon fodder. But Metal Sonic is a whole ass boss. He's actually meant to be Sonic's equal, or even better than Sonic. So yeah, I hope to see him in Sonic 4, and hopefully they can cope with him. And maybe they can bring in Metal Overload, which is actually a transformation of Metal Sonic that was featured in Sonic Heroes, a game that I've also not played. But anyways, that was actually it for the first post-credit scene. Now moving on to post-credit scene 2. Post-credit scene 2 shows actually that Shadow is still alive. So at the near end of the movie, they're actually trying to stop the weapon that was going to destroy multiple lives, or at least destroy gun and multiple innocent lives in the process. So they were trying to stop that laser from hitting the Earth. So while Super Sonic and Super Shadow were trying to stop that laser, Sonic went out of his super form, and eventually it was all to Shadow to stop it. And Shadow eventually did something incredible. He took off his inhibitor rings. And actually, when you don't know anything about the Sonic lore or something, actually when you don't know anything about the Sonic lore, or at least not that much, you probably thinking, oh, he's just taking off his rings. But his inhibitor rings are actually making sure that he is suppressing his powers. So that means that he was actually holding back. And when he took off the inhibitor rings, I thought, no way, they actually thought about that. And so he eventually stopped the laser on his own. And then it was presumed that he was dead, together with Dr. Eggman, because he stayed there to make sure the laser would go a different way. And then they were presumed dead. Well, Dr. Eggman's presumed dead, but eventually we see on another planet. Listen, I saw a video of the post-credit scene on YouTube, but I don't really know how to explain it well. So let me just do my best. So we eventually see the inhibitor rings of Shadow, and then we eventually see Shadow's shoes, and we see him actually picking up the rings, confirming that he is alive, but it should be, because it's the ultimate life form, and we need him back. We need him. I mean, he was amazing in this movie. So that was it for the post-credit scenes. And let me just also end the references. There were also some references to the Chow Garden, which was also Sonic Adventure 2, and yeah, I haven't played this game, but I've seen videos of it on YouTube. And there was also, yeah, there was actually for references. And most of the references I've already mentioned. I mean, Sonic and Shadow posing up just like the Adventure 2 cover is actually one of those references. And that was actually it. I think there's probably more references, but now at this time I cannot mention them because I've probably mentioned some of them. So yeah, I think this movie really did a great job by adapting the Sonic Adventure 2 story and at least throwing in some references here and there. But with that being said, let's move on to my final verdict. And this movie was just amazing. I watched this while celebrating my 20th birthday, and I really had a lot of fun with it. I was smiling through the entire movie. I just couldn't believe that they actually did something like this. I can't believe how good the action scenes was, how great the characters were, how great the performances were, and all that. And the story was amazing. And it's just like how it adapted Sonic Adventure 2, and it was spectacular. It was peak. Is it? And now the question is this the best Sonic movie? Well, me personally, yes. Yes, it is, and I'm gonna give this movie a 9 out of 10. This movie is a 9 out of 10. It is such a great job, and I really hope that it continues because I mean, the post-credit scene basically set up Sonic 4 with Metal Sonic and Amy Rhodes. So I really hope to see a lot of it, and I really hope that the Sonic movies continue for a long time because there's so much lore with the Sonic movies. I mean, you have villains like Perfect Chaos, you have Mephiles, you have also other characters you can introduce like Silver the Hedgehog. You can also introduce him. It would be really cool to see Silver in a live action. Maybe they can adapt Sonic 06. I mean, that game is not received well. I mean, I don't know about that game. I haven't played that game. Should I play the game? I don't know. I'll leave it up to you all. But anyways, hopefully they can adapt something like Sonic 06 to show live action Silver the Hedgehog and Mephiles. Oh man, that would be cool. And yeah, that's actually it. I'm really excited for the future of the Sonic movies, and the Sonic trilogy is overall just it's solid. It is a solid trilogy. And let me just also give my final verdicts about the previous Sonic movies because I made a Sonic 2 review. I made it, I think, 2 years ago. But anyways, we're here now, so I'm gonna give my final verdicts on them again. Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2 are both an 8 out of 10. But I think Sonic 2 is slightly better. I think that is slightly better because the characters are super Sonic. But Sonic 3 is just above them, man. It just went next level. It was amazing. And it's Super Sonic and giving him more screen time, or at least not actually adding Super Sonic, but just giving Super Sonic more screen time, and also adding in Super Shadow immediately. Ooh, that was amazing. It was amazing, and also it was just so great. That fight scene was just so amazing. I could literally glaze it for a while. I'm still thinking about it, and I'm still thinking about the hands that were thrown there, and I also think about Shadow doing the no, it was Sonic. Sonic was actually doing the Superman combo in that he. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I just did that. I just felt like it. Seriously, again? Okay, but anyways, let me just end this video. So, would I recommend this movie? Well, if you're a Sonic fan, I would 100% recommend this movie, especially if you've played Sonic Adventure 2. If you're a non-Sonic fan, yeah, I mean, I would still recommend it. I think that as someone who only knows Sonic by name, maybe has played the classics or something, that you might enjoy it, but you wouldn't catch the references, or at least you won't actually, catch a reference to eventually respect them, and at least respect the story that is told. I mean, if you only play the classics and didn't play the adventure games, the modern era games, then you wouldn't really be able to, respect what they've done. But you would still have a fun time. So I would definitely recommend this movie. If you haven't watched it, go out and watch it. Hopefully it's still in cinemas if you're watching this, or else you can maybe ask a friend if they got a copy or something of it. I don't know. But anyways, that was it for the video. I had a lot of fun making this. And yeah, that's actually it. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you on the next video. Hey, what is up everyone? It's your least favorite YouTuber. Hey, what is up everyone? It's your least favorite YouTuber. Oh, what the hell is wrong with me? I'm keeping that in. Oh. my god, why can't I start the video? But before we get started, come on, you guys know the drill. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Join the Saltiest channel on YouTube. Or at least just make them watch your least favorite YouTuber on the platform. And with that being said... Oh jeez, dit is echt veel te kinderachtig. Tering, hé.